Hey everyone, we're back again of the Thomas and Friends Wood Review, and today we're going to take a look at Yong Bao. So here is the first, Take and Play Yong Bao came out in 2016, but I never bought them. This is the first wooden Yong Bao. Now this Yong Bao should have been released like a year ago before this would ever happen. I'm talking wooden railway Yong Bao should have happened when the Great Race was happening. Should have been made along with Racing Vinny, Frida, Gina, and Ashima. But sadly, they never made Yong Bao. But they did. They made Wood Yong Bao, and I'm very disappointed. But however, I decided to get Yong Bao because I like Yong Bao. I thought he's a very cool character. I can't wait to see him in the upcoming Big World Big Adventures. I thought before he looks pretty terrible, but by me taking a closer look, he actually doesn't look that bad at all. However, there are some few missing things about Yong Bao, and I'll get to that in a minute. Alright, at the back of a bio, meet the heroic helper. Kind, faithful, and full of life, Yong Bao is driven to succeed. He is also courageous, which is why he was rewarded for a heroic act in his homeland of China. Okay, so anyways, let me get him out of the package and let my review begin. Alright, here are my thoughts on Yong Bao. So Yong Bao wasn't the first, because Take and Play Yong Bao was released in 2016 around when The Great Race was going to be released to DVD in the US. I was a disappointment because they never made Wooden Railway Yong Bao. Now people say, and also to myself, that Yong Bao should have been the one that should have been released before Wood would ever happen. There are some few people that hate Yong Bao, and some few people thought Yong Bao looks pretty cool. When I first saw Yong Bao, I thought he looks pretty bad. However, this Wood Yong Bao doesn't look that bad at all. He's got really great yellow linings, some Chinese label, whatever, and a nice tiger on the tender. I thought it looks really cool. I like how the buffers came out. I love every design how Yong Bao came out. Also, one big disappointment is he is missing that dragon on the funnel. Well, the only reason is because his funnel was so small, and then they couldn't fit that dragon on his funnel. If the wooden railway Yong Bao would ever exist, they would put that dragon at the top if they could. Just thought I'd point that out. So that is my thoughts on Yong Bao. He actually looks pretty nice. He's got really great details. I'm very impressed so far how this Yong Bao came out. However, I wouldn't say that this is not the best Yong Bao that I ever made because, he is such a small engine. He's not supposed to be the smallest. He's supposed to be one of the largest tender engines as we've seen in the Great Race. But however, I'm very impressed with the details. They could have just done something with his funnel, like put a small dragon on top of it, but I guess they couldn't fit for that. But oh well. So far, I think this is better than, James, Spencer, Caitlin, and Merlin. But it doesn't mean Yong Bao is better. Well, I know ACD is better, but not by much, but a little bit. It's got really nice details, like I said. I'm very impressed how this Yong Bao came out. Even though there's some few edges are unpainted, the windows ain't painted, the tender is just so blocky. Still, we're gonna see that in the future when Wood comes out. So yeah, that is it. That is my overall thoughts on Yong Bao. If some of you like this Yong Bao, then you might as well get him at Toys R Us as soon as possible before they close down. And if some of your Toys R Us in the place where you live is already closed down, then try your best to go on different Toys R Us to get him before they do. And if not, might as well just get him on Amazon because Amazon has lots of merchandises of Wood. And if there's some of you that do not like this Yong Bao, then just don't get him. Just don't bother getting him. Simple as that. Alrighty. that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed my review of Yong Bao. What are your thoughts on Yong Bao? You can share your opinions in the comments below if you want to. Alright, this is K2001 signing out, and I hope you all have a great day. Get Yong Bao before Toys R Us closes.